Hi friends, hello and welcome. Today we are meeting a very important guest. Why I'm saying important, but let's understand कि जैसे ये रिवील होगा आपको लगेगा कि ये रियली important है. So today's guest is थोड़ी सी brief outline दे दूं मैं. She is a female and उन्होंने पढ़ाई की है क्रिमिनोलॉजी में. She is an MBA in HR. उन्होंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया और डीप डाइव किया उस बिजनेस में. वो बिजनेस जिसमें शायद मल्टीनेशनल भी सोचते होंगे 2 बार आने के लिए. सो वो बिजनेस उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया. शी इज़ गॉट प्रेसिडेंट्स अवार्ड फॉर दिस बिजनेस और काफ़ी सारी और चीज़ें हैं. मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा. आई विल आस्क हर टू कम एंड टॉक अबाउट हर जर्नी. सो वेलकम लज्जा ब्रह्मभट्ट.
Thank you so much.
मैंने छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दिया, आपने बहुत बड़ा बताया था मुझे.
No, that's fine. So yeah, I'm a
मैं काफ़ी कुछ भूल चुका हूँ.
that's okay. But by profession, I'm a lawyer. My qualification is lawyer. But now I'm into India's first handmade bathing luxury brand called Neera Naturals. And for that, we got the President Award. Yeah, basically, that's what my.
अरे आपने उसके बारे में तो बताया नहीं. आप गीता 30 बार पढ़ चुकी हैं.
Yeah, so I'm a spiritually
Inclined.
person. Yes, not divine, but an.
Inclined, I said.
Yeah, I guess inclined. Inclined is also, I guess, a very big word, but let's just, I've begun my journey. Yeah, so a very spiritual person, still living in this society, still want to do something of her own kind of a person.
Born in a family of advocates, वो भी नहीं मैंने बोला.
Oh, yeah, yeah, entire family. So I'm the third generation who would be into law. So sub lawyers, judges, very background is my family. Nobody is into business. So we all are lawyers, yeah.
तो MBA करने के बाद मैं एक और भी चीज़ भूल गया. आपने 5 साल जॉब की और उसमें आप finally through market 7 years and then you reached the top of marketing for that organization. So wonderful achievement. ये भी आपका इंट्रोडक्शन जो मैं भूल चुका हूँ.
So yeah, my last job was Vice President Marketing and Legal Advisor. Before COVID hit all us. So that was my last job profile, which I did. Yeah.
So introduction हो चुका. So let's jump on to the bandwagon of your journey. Okay, थोड़ा सा हमें brief background दीजिए अपनी story के बारे में, your education and then then after we'll go to your work life.
Definitely. So my education, I was very average student. मतलब 60-65% आ गए तो ऐसा लगता था I'm the ranker. Never into studies, but of course I was into extracurricular activities. I was into dance, I was into debates and that sort of a thing. But पढ़ाई लिखाई, average student, इतना कुछ खास नहीं था. And I thought to myself that I'll get married once I'll reach 21, graduation के बाद I'll get married. That's what my plan was. But
Well, you're still most eligible female bachelor.
yeah, I'll turn 30 to be precise. I'll turn 30 now.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but जो बोला था मैंने बोल दिया.
Thank you so much for that. But the qualification was कि graduation हो गया, अब क्या करूँ? And Dada is a lawyer, senior lawyer. So I asked him, what should I do? He said, go for LLB and also go for MBA HR together. I said, why both? So he said, it will help you once, अगर life में कुछ भी नहीं पता चलेगा, then you'll have this 3 qualifications with you. जो corporates को और those people want such combinations. So go for it.
और criminology, all in the world और कुछ नहीं मिला.
All in the world, what happened with criminology was I completed my studies in 2017. I was working उससे पहले भी और उसके बाद भी I was working. And criminology ऐसा हुआ कि COVID के बाद, which was in 2020, one of my friends said that why don't LLM कर लो criminology में. And I said, oh, you want me to do that? Like 3-4 साल हो गए उस चीज़ को, एडमिशन मिलना भी टफ होगा. बोलते नहीं, you had good aggregates, so let's just give it a try. And fortunately, I got my admission in criminology during COVID period. So that's how I become an advocate who's masters in criminology.
Then you're also an MBA in HR. So it helps a lot, I believe, drafting agreements and legal aspects.
Exactly. From legal aspects, apart from legal aspects, nobody can fool you easily with the LLB degree.
I believe that is not the reason for you to undertake.
I guess I thought at least मैं अपने बिजनेस के लिए जितना बचा सकती हूँ फ्रॉम माय नॉलेज आई वुड लव टू डू दैट या
So tell me something about this 30, close to 30 times reading of Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
So the spiritual journey started when I was 14, and my parents got separated when I was 14 years. And my uncle introduced me to Bhagavad Gita. And before that, he made sure that I would know everything about what exactly Mahabharata is, what are the characters and everything about, what history do we have. And then I started listening and reading both until now I'm reading, so it's like close to 30 times, शायद 30 times ऊपर भी हो गया होगा yeah but उसके बाद गिनती नहीं रहती after a specific time yeah but 30 times to be precise I've counted it was 30 times.
So what particular aspect of Srimad Bhagavad Gita ji do you really admire the most, and it is very close to your heart?
Patience. Everything takes time, everything do falls at a place, you just need to give yourself time, situations को time दो अपने आप को time दो, let time unfold everything and make sure that you do good deeds because your deeds will come to you and that's how your future would
That's what they call as karma.
karma. If you make it clear, उसको fine रखते हो, उसको positive रखते हो, then there is no looking back. Everything falls into place ultimately. You just have to trust and have patience. That's the most important thing which I've learned from it. Yeah.
Okay, so that was very wonderful of you to, give us some inputs about your understanding of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Tell us now that your journey begins of work. थोड़ा सा हमें उसके बारे में बताइए क्या किस तरह की
Starting from my job perspective, I started working when I was 21, and so my first job was into real estate. I worked with them as their marketing head and manager. So it was a good job, but it was also a part-time sort of a thing. Along with that, I was, as a LLB student, internships which चल रही थी मेरी. So I used to manage both of them. After that, I got a full-time job as a BDM, which was a very fantastic job. I worked with them for 3 years, and it was a life changing experience. My bosses were really good. I learned a lot from them. And ultimately, I switched to vice president marketing, legal advisor. That was my last job profile. But I was thoroughly very lucky because my, this boss, the seniors were so helpful. They have always inspired me. They've always understood me. एंड अगर कहीं पे गलती हो भी जाती थी तो एज अ सीनियर पर्सन दे वुड कम एंड मेक मी अंडरस्टैंड कि ये गलती होती है, इसको इस तरीके से नहीं होता. And after a time when I was working as a BDM, there was a point where I was representing my company as a muse of the company, and my boss used to वही आगे कर देते थे, तुम करो बाकी का देख लेंगे. तो it was a very fantastic job. I learned a lot. And being an LLB graduated, my always जो मेरे पास job profiles I were always into marketing or sales directly or indirectly, which apparently I hated. I hate marketing is one thing जो मुझे बहुत irritating लगती है. But I guess as I said, destiny had a plan. I had to start my business and everything. So that's how it is now very helpful to me. Yeah.
Okay, so how did this idea of business crop up in your mind? वो कहाँ से आया आपको?
I'm a very dominating person. मैं किसी के अंडर जनरली काम नहीं कर सकती, तो द आइडिया ऑफ बिजनेस वाज एनीवे वेरी लॉन्ग कि भाई कुछ तो करूँगी, समथिंग ऑफ माय ओन. And meanwhile, my mother was in USA and she's a cosmetologist. So when she came back, we discussed about what to do, what not to do, and she was always fond of this kind of thing, bathing luxury, because वहाँ पे there is a huge market over there. They are quite attracted towards those bathing things. And when she came back in 20.
She was practicing cosmetology.
Yeah, she was doing in USA. But 2018 she came back, and then my father passed away. So me and my brother said that you don't need to go anymore. Just stay with us and we'll do something. And that time I was, working as a BDM. I was at the peak of my career. When she came back, we discussed about what to do, what not to do. And ultimately in 2019 we were pretty sure that we want to do this. Like, but then you have to, go for trials and errors होता है उसके अंदर. वो सब चल रहा था. But 2020 we decided that we will launch this officially. But again, COVID hit all of us, yeah. And we are all into the home lockdown. उसके बाद finally 2021 was the year, June 2021, 10th June. We officially launched Nira website and everything came up. And
What is the brand?
Neera Naturals.
Neera Naturals. Okay. You have a website?
Yeah, we do have website. We recently got our trademark and we are actively on Instagram and Facebook. So that's how it all started. Yeah.
So why is this, handmade you added? Natural bathing, I understood that. But why did you go into specific handmade?
Because all of our products are handmade. एंड जो हमारे सोप्स है उसका यूएसपी है कि इट्स अ 45 डेज लॉन्ग प्रोसेस. सो एक बार उसका फॉर्मुलेशन होता है तो उसको क्योर होने में 45 डेज लगता है. इट्स अ वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस. उस 45 डेज में कुछ भी हो सकता है. यू समटाइम इट ऑल्सो हैपन्स कि पूरा कलर डिफ्यूज हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ द नेचुरल इंग्रेडिएंट्स. समटाइम्स इट ऑल्सो हैपन्स दैट पूरा बैच बिगड़ जाता है द सोप्स का. तो इट बिकम्स हैंडमेड और इसमें कोई भी मशीनरीज यूज नहीं होती. ये सब कुछ हैंडमेड ही है. So that's why handmade bathing.
I got it. My question to you is very simple as to why did you select handmade as a business category?
Because it's a very, I guess we don't realize importance of handmade. It's very exclusive for me. Anything which is handmade becomes automatically exclusive for you. उसके अंदर फिनिशिंग नहीं होता बट इट स्टिल हैज दैट अट्रैक्शन टूवर्ड्स यू. एंड हैंडमेड चीज़ों को बहुत स्पेसिफिकली क्राफ्ट किया जाता है. इट्स अ वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस. यू नीड अ लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस इन दैट. एंड दूसरा होता है कि वो नीश ऐसा है ना जो अभी तक किसी ने छुआ नहीं है. टू बी वेरी
उसमें पैशन चाहिए होता है
पैशन चाहिए होता है. पैशन एंड पेशेंस बोथ.
और पैसा नहीं.
और पैसा नहीं. एंड यू कीप यू हैव टू कीप ऑन डूइंग दिस एंड देन देयर कम्स अ टाइम जब सेल्स भी नहीं होता. वो यू हैव टू वेट पेशेंसली. या बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस हैंडमेड कैटेगरी चाहे कुछ भी हो वो थोड़ी एक्सपेंसिव हो ही जाती है. उसको ऑटोमेटिकली लग्जरी के साथ जोड़ा जाता है.
दैट इज व्हाई आई फील कि एमएनसीज नहीं आते हैं इसमें बिकॉज इट रिक्वायर्स लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस. दे हैव पैसा बट पेशेंस नहीं है और ना ही पैशन है.
You need a passion and patience both for this. Money, I guess, when you it's a follow. Eventually, what happens if thoda bahut savings hota and if you want to do it on a very big scale, then you also get investors who are equally passionate about that thing. And if not, then you can start off this thing. At least give it a try. Okay, what will do? Consequences would be. But it's a time-consuming process.
How did you all convince each other about going into this handmade thing? Natural bathing, I understand that. But how could you all arrive at one single aspect in handmade ही करना?
So the co-founder of the Neera Naturals is my mother, and she is into completely natural and those things. उसको बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And she came up with this thing that because she was in USA, वहाँ पे वो market है. The cold process, the soap category is called cold process soaps. So she used to see that, she learned there, and then she said that let's do it something here. Of course, there are markets in India who are into cold process thing, but they do not highlight themselves. They don't come up with the thing कि भाई हमको उसको उस लेवल पे लेके जाना है. जनरली एक्सपोर्ट्स हो जाते हैं, यहाँ पे करते भी नहीं बिकॉज ऑफ द expensive part, time consuming part as we discussed about. But she was so sure that I want to do something which is natural, which is time consuming, and which gives you results. It should not be something like a result oriented होना चाहिए उसको.
So ये नीरा नेचुरल्स को आपने कैसे क्रिएट किया? नाउ लेट्स गो द स्टोरी अबाउट.
So create, yeah, as I said, we decided that we want to do this and everything. Now comes the part where finalizing the name, finalizing the categories which we would be doing it. And so we were discussing about names and everything. So I wanted a name which is catchy, which is short, और उसका pronunciation किसी भी language में एक ही रहे. Neera is Neera. It cannot be Naira or Noira, something like that. It's NEER. So उसका pronunciation भी वही होगा, उसका spell भी वही किया जाएगा. And it eventually means pure, which signifies us. So it's a pure. So that's how the name came up. Then we decided about the logo and everything. Now came up the part कि भाई because it's a wide range. पहले कौन सी category जाएगी, कौन से basic soaps जाएंगे. तो those research and development about those things. Because Indian skin tone के हिसाब से बनाना ज़रूरी था. Indian skin के हिसाब से बनाना ज़रूरी था. We live in a climatic, जहाँ पे गर्मी होती है इंडिया में तो mostly tropical regions and all. तो उस चीज़ का R&D हुआ and then we came up with okay, this would be the soaps where we are going to do this. And then we thought कि soaps के साथ साथ you also need 2-3 other categories. You cannot just do it with the soaps. At least you need more products. So we came up with bath salts, we came up with lip balm, and soon we are coming up with shampoo bars, conditioner bars, and everything is online. Yeah.
So now this is essentially you have focused on Indian market. So what about the export market, which is a very big segment as I understand, right? It starts from Far East going up to West.
So we have three categories which comes into the three soaps specifically which comes into the luxury की भी बहुत एक आगे की range होती है, very exclusive,
Super, super luxury.
super exclusive and super luxury because of the ingredients which we use. One is the 24 karat gold and saffron soap, जिसमें gold dust और Spanish saffron गिरता है, which becomes automatically expensive. And the second one is made up of donkey milk. If you have heard the name of Egyptian Queen Cleopatra, she used to bath in donkey milk every day. So that was the oh yeah, that was the inspiration. Okay, we will create something out of that segment as well. So it became very luxury की भी ऊपर का segment चला गया. We do have clients from USA and Canada, UK, who understands this, who are more inclined towards this, and they feel good about themselves because it is a result oriented thing. इंडिया में उस चीज का अभी भी थोड़ा बोलते हैं ना अंडरस्टैंड करना it's a task. अभी भी people are trying to understand why it is expensive and everything. Yeah, because we have this mindset कि इतना महंगा कौन लेता है. Yeah, yeah.
ये इंग्रेडिएंट्स मिलने में आपको इजी रहता है या हाउ डू यू फाइंड, इज इट डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड दिस?
Some ingredients are you get it from local market easily, and some ingredients are tough to find, तो वो कभी कभी एक्सपोर्ट भी करवाने पड़ते हैं. एंड सम इंग्रेडिएंट्स ऐसा होता है कि जो अभी आया तो उसको अभी यूज़ करना या उसको क्यूरेट करना ज़रूरी हो जाता है. यू कैन नॉट कीप इट इनटू रेफ्रिजरेटर और समथिंग. उसकी शेल्फ लाइफ नहीं होती, उसको तुरंत यूज़ करके उसका जो भी इनपुट देना है वो कर लेना पड़ता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डोंकी मिल्क. सो डोंकी मिल्क इज़ 8,000 रुपीज़ पर लीटर इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट. या एंड वो जब भी आता है उसको 3 घंटे से ज़्यादा आप रख नहीं सकते, उसको तुरंत ही फॉर्मुलेट करके जाने देना पड़ता है. सो दैट is a tough task. Yeah.
Okay, so Lajja takes care of marketing, yeah, and mom takes care of production. What about other activities like admin and procurement?
Yeah, so I have my cousin, she looks after the admin part.
So all three ladies.
All three ladies. I look after the marketing, I look after the sales, I look after other perspective which we need to do. As of now we are thinking to rebrand it, उसके packaging change करने का हम सोच रहे हैं. So my focus generally बाहर का जो भी काम होता है वो मुझे देखना होता है. Mom is into formulation and other thing, and my cousin looks after the the admin part. क्या करना है, कैसे करना है.
So do you plan to take Neera Natural as all female company?
Not really, but of course, if possible, क्यों नहीं? But then I'm also open to working with males because these products are not just for females. My first client was the first customer was male, and
Surprising.
yeah, and males are more into those skin thing nowadays, because what happens, we females हम तो क्या होता है कि नहाने के बाद ये लगाया वो लगाया, we do take care of our skin. Men का ऐसा नहीं होता है, they just had a bath and
नहीं नहीं ऐसा होता है, आप ये ऑल्सो वांट टू लुक हैंडसम, ऐसे नहीं.
you look handsome.
No, no, thanks for compliment, but men also would want to look handsome.
So that is why, if your soap is taking care of your skin and everything, then why not? So he came up with a thing कि उसकी skin बहुत tan होती थी. So we recommended him a soap, orange soap है हमारा. And till today वो स्टॉक वो पूरा का पूरा कभी कभी बोलता है कि स्टॉक में कितना पड़ा है, just give it to me, I'll take it, I don't want.
Boy buys the entire lot.
He buys it and he doesn't allows anyone to touch it. उसकी family में भी nobody is allowed to touch that soap. Yeah.
So that's great.
I have a male clients more than a female clients, to be.
Must be. I am not saying no. All I'm saying was that when you're building an organization, you always start thinking about कि यार चलो man, let me create a all female, because three of you are females, yeah. And I understand the difficulty, which we'll talk about it later, as far as the female working genre is concerned. So we'll talk about it later. But इसलिए मैंने आपको पूछा थोड़ा आउट ऑफ इंक्विजिटिवनेस कि शायद आप ये भी सोच रहे
नहीं नहीं मैंने ऐसा
नहीं सोचा है, अभी तो नहीं सोचा है.
नहीं. एंड आई एम फाइन वर्किंग विथ मेल्स. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी मेरी मेल्स से ज़्यादा पटती है. दे अंडरस्टैंड मी बेटर, आई अंडरस्टैंड देम बेटर, एंड वी ऑलवेज कम आउट विथ समथिंग विच वी वांट टू डू. What has become with me, because my family, as I said, they are all into law and everything. मेरा जो real brother है, he is in UK. तो we yeah तो I need someone who looks after the thing. Of course, me and mom are there, so cousin is there. She looks after it, but I'm fine with working.
So the brother doesn't want to come here and join.
He is like, तुम माँ बेटी ये सब करो. I'm gonna stay there only. Like
To ask him to do your marketing.
I said him, तो बोलते कि yeah, give me a year or so. Well, we'll do something there also. Yeah.
थोड़ा तो उसका इंक्लिनेशन है.
हाँ, because now what happened after those president award and everything.
अरे हाँ, by the way, let's talk about the president award. Your brother issue will come to it later. चलिए बताइए, how did all this come through? Very exciting.
The president award is anyway very exciting, very heartwarming feeling. And when you are just a year old company और तुमको मिल जाता है तो you feel like top of the world. But it was a journey, not a roller coaster journey, but so startups do incubate with GUSEC. GUSEC का full form है गुजरात यूनिवर्सिटी स्टार्टअप एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप काउंसिल. So
it's in Ahmedabad only.
अहमदाबाद गुजरात यूनिवर्सिटी का एक खुद का डिपार्टमेंट है. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस देयर इज यू गो विद एन आइडिया. इफ दे लाइक योर आइडिया they incubate you for 1.5 year. उस 1.5 year में they will help you for your trademark, your GST, your certifications, your research development, everything. They'll help you out. They'll help you out with funding part also. So one of my friends suggested that you go for GUSEC. बट उससे पहले मैं अर्ली रेवेन्यू स्टेज में आ चुकी थी. आई हैड माई GST, आई हैड माई सर्टिफिकेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग क्लियर. सो व्हेन आई इंक्यूबेटेड विद GUSEC, मेरा बेस एक रेडी था. I incubated with them. They found the idea very interesting and everything was going smooth. And it was on September 28th. They called me. You are getting an award and then there is an event on 4th of October. Are you available? I said, yeah, I'm available. Okay, you have to come. I said, what's that? There is an award, something, something. I said, okay, fine. You don't realize what award it was, right? But they specifically mentioned that it's a once in a lifetime thing. I still wasn't able to recall. Nobody will be, right? And on 2nd of October, I was sitting with one of my friend and we were having coffee. And a message, email pop-up हुआ that you will be awarded, dear Lajja Brahmbhatt, it's our pleasure to announce that you will be felicitated by the President of India and the Governor of Gujarat along with CM and other member of parliaments and MPs. तो पहले मैंने 3 बार रिफ्रेश किया. I did this.
कहीं जमतारा से तो नहीं.
ये जमतारा नहीं है और ये मैं ही हूँ. Is this me? Is this me? I said I have not done anything. मेरे को क्यों दे रहे हैं ये लोग? And then they called. Okay, yeah, it's you. I said, are you sure? तो बोलते हाँ, it's you. Why Lajja Brahmbhatt? You're the only one from Nira Naturals. I said, यार मैंने ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं किया है. बोलता है ऐसा नहीं होता है. We as an incubators know, and it was from all over India. तो shortlist हुए थे बहुत सारे लोग and yes, you are getting it. I was still not able to believe. मतलब my expressions were the blank.
So this was 2nd
of October. And so the President Award ka, there is a protocols. There is a rehearsals which we had to do before a day. So she said that kal aa jao, Senate Hall, Gujarat University, we have certain protocols and there are certain guidelines which we have to follow. COVID test वगैरह भी करना था तो. And तब तक मैंने घर पे नहीं बोला. I was like पहले confirm हो जाओ उसके बाद बोलती हूँ वरना मेरा पोपट हो जाएगा. I don't want to do this. When I said my brother, he asked me that वैसे मुंह पे बारह क्यों बजा के बैठी है. मैं I have to say you something but I'm not able to. But what happened? Did you got a boyfriend? I said no. It's not about boyfriend. I said just read this email out. उसने email पूरा पढ़ा and he looked at me like this. बोलता idiot, you're getting an award and ऐसा मुंह बना के बैठी है. Go and tell everyone. I said no. कल protocol खत्म होने दे, rehearsals खत्म होने दे. And then I'll say, well, are you sure? I said, yeah. Well, your face is telling us different story. Are you going to hide it? I said, yes, I'll hide it for 24 hours. And then, it was confirmed. I was there and the rehearsal sab ho gaya. And then I came home and everybody was having lunch. I said, I want to talk to you guys. So they said, what happened? All okay? Something. I said, no, it's a good news. So they said, what? I said, my mom was not there, so I called her. My mom, stay online. I have a good news to share. So she said, नीरा नेचुरल्स को बहुत बड़ा कोई ऑर्डर मिला है. हाँ. I said, mom, shut up. Yes, mom, shut up. This is something above orders. मैंने कहा तुम इतना क्या कर रहे हो, बोलता क्या हुआ है, क्या हुआ है. मैंने कहा आई एम गेटिंग एन प्रेसिडेंट अवार्ड टुमारो. So there was this pin drop silence for like 5 6 seconds. Nobody was speaking anything, and they all were looking at me like this. And then my mom started crying over the phone. Oh, Mari chokri, Mari mehnat fali gayi next XYZ. Oh God, that was so funny, and everybody is looking at me like this. My dadi came and she said, "सात पेढ़ी में कोई ने award મળ્યો છે president નો." I'm like, okay, calm down, it's okay. But it was so excited, and I didn't understand what to do. क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग में वो टेंशन थी कि कल मुझे साड़ी पहननी है, एंड दैट्स द बिगेस्ट टास्क, साड़ी पहन के यू हैव टू गो. बट इट ऑल वेंट गुड घर पे. तो दिस वाज द सीन.
So it was there in the Rashtrapati Bhavan?
No, it was in a university senate hall itself.
Okay, and the president was here.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh wow. Acha, acha. And then take us through that journey, because I have never seen it except for on the TV. So maybe goosebumps.
It was goosebumps. हाँ, हमको पहले we had to come early. As I said, protocols has to be followed and everything. We came early, and then we had a photo with her president. The entire awardees were having photo with her. There was a group picture, and then हमको बैठा दिया था sequence wise, and sequence wise they will announce your name. You have to take an award, and then you have to go back. You don't have to stay there. So yeah, my name was being announced. I took an award. I was in the center. मेरे right hand side पे थे the president herself, and the left hand side was the governor of Gujarat. And the picture, the picture perfect scenario came up. I felt like I need to cry. Like I was frozen for that particular moment. And okay. So this is out of the box, but have you seen the movie KGF? Of course, everybody else would have seen. So KGF, there is the scene where he meets the Prime Minister of India, and I'm a big KGF fan. तो मेरे अंदर ना वही चल रहा था कि hi, he met Prime Minister, I am meeting President. It's gonna be so good. I was about to cry, but I didn't cry. I walked out. I sat there, and then the entire function was over. Then I went out. Then मैं बैठी, and then I cried for like 1 minute or so, and then I became neutral and said, "Now I need to go."
I see your eyes getting wet.
Yeah, it was something because I missed my father, to be very honest, that time, because he always said me that do something out of the box. You don't need to get married and settle yourself. No, yeah, do it. So yeah, I missed him that time. But that was for a minute, I guess. Uske baad I became neutral and I came back home and everything was good. Yeah.
Okay. So इसलिए और भी ज़्यादा सवाल बनता है कि you got a award from a lady president.
Yeah.
You are all three
Yeah.
females together. Why not set an organization which has got all females?
Because I don't want to be sound douche or something, but I believe that it's not about women empowerment or something like that. Of course it's important, it's very important as a female, but why to categorize or generalize everything.
Okay, fine. चलिए, let's change the topic. I think probably आप ज़्यादा हो रही हैं. But okay, let me ask you this question as to how do you correlate this entire that episode of getting that award to your journey of your business, which is not that very big.
I felt like, okay, if I have came this much far, this is the time where I cannot let it go. अब तो मुझे आगे जाना ही है, इसको मैं छोड़ नहीं सकती चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. I'm not gonna give up on this. Whether I make profit or not, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna, people have waited for this thing and I've got it within a year. So that means I am doing something good. That means people are talking about me. That means I'm being watched by someone. You know,
Yes.
they are watching. They are watching. We don't understand, but they do watch. Public do watch you. They recognize you,
Yeah.
and you should not. Because एक बार ऐसा कुछ आ जाता है तो it becomes your sole responsibility to take it to the further. And because it was an initiative of her start journey, so it's my journey, and I'm not gonna give up on Neera so easily. It will go, and it has always happened with me. मैंने जब भी सोचा कि I'll give up, or let's change the track, something or other thing would inspire me and I'll still stick to it. Yeah.
So, Lajja, what are the values and mindset basically going around with you when you are running this business? It's very tough.
I believe that do not compare your journey or do not compare yourself. It's very important because we have this habit of constantly comparing yourself to one people or one organization or one community or anything like that. सबसे पहले तो वो stop कर दो. You don't need to do this. What you are should reflect your brand. आप जैसे हो वही आपका brand reflect करना चाहिए. Do not bluff. Uh,
Trust is very difficult to.
yeah, and do not bluff. सबसे पहले do not bluff and do not talk about that those greatness and those महान बातें. You don't need to do that. Stick to the reality. It is very 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 important, which apparently many people fails. When I say them that yeah, I have this business and all, people say, why don't you take an office? I said because I don't need to. If I can manage.
But there are many other important things to.
Office is not important for me right now. जब वो टाइम आएगा तब आई टेक इट. एंड अभी फिलहाल ऑफिस लेना इस मिनिमम 40-50,000 का एक्सपेंस एवरी मंथ. वो पैसा मैं मार्केटिंग या उसमें डालूंगी तो आई विल गेट अ वर्थ आउट ऑफ इट, राइट? तो व्हाई इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी. तो डू नॉट बड़ा बड़ा क्रिएट करके करने की जरूरत नहीं. स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बेस, वेरी बेस से शुरू करते करते ऊपर जाओ. अर्ली सक्सेस इज अ स्कैम, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. जितना जल्दी ऊपर जाते हो उतना जल्दी नीचे आते हो बिकॉज योर बेस इज नॉट क्लियर. या
So, for the benefit of our viewers, what do you think is, could you please just give us some insights into this industry? Because this industry is not known, very well known. Soap industry के बारे में बात करेंगे तो लोग बात कर सकते हैं, everything is happens. There are so much of material available on net also. But this is a very close-knit industry. And इसको exposure कभी नहीं मिला है.
सो द कोल्ड प्रोसेस सोप मेथड विच वी हैव, उसमें बेसिकली क्या होता है, जो सारे ऑयल्स होते हैं, जो सारे फैट्स होते हैं, उसको कंबाइन किया जाता है विद द फ्लेवर, विद द इंग्रेडिएंट विच इज़ द हाईलाइट. एंड देन उसको एक पॉइंट पे मेल्ट किया जाता है. उसके बाद उसको स्लैब्स में, मोल्ड्स में पॉर करके यू लेट इट गो फॉर 45 days. उसको टच नहीं करते. बट आफ्टर 5 days उसको अनमोल्ड करते हैं, उसकी सिचुएशंस देखते हैं, उसको फिर वापस कट करके जो भी शेप में उसको क्योर करने के लिए छोड़ देते हैं.
Again, curing for.
अगेन पहले 5 दिन में आप निकालते हो, उसको अनमोल्ड करते हो, कट करते हो, एंड आफ्टर दैट नेक्स्ट 40 days वो अंदर क्योर होने के लिए चला जाता है.
Okay, after you cut it.
या आफ्टर वी कट इट उसको 40 days और लगेंगे. सो इट्स अ कंप्लीट 45 days प्रोसेस. फिर वो अपने फॉर्म में बाहर आता है एंड देन यू पैकेज इट एंड देन यू सेल इट. उसकी शेल्फ लाइफ 3-4 साल तक तो उसको कुछ भी नहीं होता. या
So you give it different type of shape.
नो वी हैव अ स्टैंडर्ड शेप ऑफ स्क्वायर बिकॉज इट्स उसको पकड़ने में इजी रहता है. एंड प्लस व्हेन यू आर शिपिंग यू हैव टू बी क्लियर कि शिपिंग कितना इजीली हो सकता है, प्लस बॉक्सेस कितने इजीली बन सकते हैं, एंड प्लस वो अपना नेचुरल फॉर्म कैसे मेंटेन करता है. व्हेन यू लुक एट आवर सोप्स यू विल फील वेरी वेरी रस्टिक, वेरी रॉ सॉर्ट ऑफ एन थिंग. बट व्हेन यू टच इट, when you'll have a when you'll apply to your body, you'll feel good. It's like you'll completely 365 change आपको खुद feel होगा. And what we say to our customers is at least give it a try for 2 soaps. तीसरे सोप में आप खुद ही उसके habituated हो जाओगे and you will not like those other company. You will completely avoid it. Yeah, so that's the process. बट वो भी चेक करनी पड़ती है बार 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 बार. देयर कम्स अ टाइम जब हम एक भी इंग्रेडिएंट ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है तो पूरा बैच बिगड़ जाता है. इट बिकम्स कम्प्लीटली ऑफ नो यूज. वी हैव थ्रोन इट समटाइम्स. या बिकॉज नेचुरल इंग्रेडिएंट्स का क्या होता है, वो कभी कभी अपना फॉर्म बदल देते हैं. देर आर टाइम्स व्हेन दे react differently to every season. We have to keep that in mind. So it becomes very clumsy for the soap. थोड़ा टफ हो जाता है हमारे लिए उसको बनाना. बट इट्स अ नीश वेयर नोबडी हैज टच्ड. एज आई वी सेड, इट्स अबाउट पेशेंस एंड पैशन. या
So how do you basically, look forward to raising your organization? You have, very stiff competition from the soaps that are available in the market.
वेल पर उनको प्रेसिडेंट अवार्ड मिला है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट थिंग.
मेरा सवाल तो पूरा होने दीजिए. You are absolutely, what you call 180 degree of your name. लज्जा के नाम है और इतनी ज्यादा बातें कर.
But you know what exactly lajja means? It's just not sharam or haya. It's more about limitations It's more about, keeping grounded. And there is a goddess also, goddess Lajja, one of the form of Mata Parvati, which is about abundance, which is about, power, which is about grace and everything. So that's what typically Lajja means. And one of those is, shy kind of a person. That's Lajja. But many people mistakes our name. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what I was saying is, allow me to complete the question. So, the whole idea that I was trying to ask you is that, you have tremendous amount of price competition. Then these are, chemical soaps. Then there are soaps which are again natural, made of natural ingredients, may not be handmade or like whatever it is. So, how do you start managing that as a competitor?
So what I try to do, because it's for a very different niche of people. It's not उसको एक बार जो समझ लेगा उसके बाद that person will not turn back to those soaps. So what we try is to make people more educate about what cold processed soaps are, what natural handmade soaps are, why it is time consuming, why it is this, why it is that. We try to do that with the marketing thing, and it has benefited us because I'm not targeting everyone, to be very, yeah. It's like there is a particular niche who knows the value of this and they are not going to look back. I just want to target those people only. And of course, when people, start seeing it, start looking for it, तो फिर आपको automatically मिल जाता है. But again, it's a patience वाला thing. So what I do is I keep on, experimenting with things. I keep on talking about this. I keep people aware about this. I do get messages, emails, DMs के भाई इतना expensive क्यों है? And I'm fine to say कि yeah, this is a time consuming process. That is the reason why it is, priced high. And we are still priced very low as compared to other same segment वाले जो भी है उनके prices बहुत ज़्यादा है. उनके cold process के soaps के 50 grams के prices are 300, 350, 400. Whereas we give it उसी range में 100 grams.
Acha, twice the quantity.
Twice the quantity. It's a 100 grams from it. We start from 350 to 1250 के soap ranges है.
So the lowest price you start off is 350 for 100 grams and then goes up to 12 for again 100 grams. So 350 में कौन सा वाला आता है?
So 1250 में we discussed about the 24 karat gold soap, which is inexpensive, and the second one was Cleopatra donkey milk soap because of the ingredients which are used. So उस 350 से शुरू होता है. We have orange, we have charcoal, we have chocolate, we have aloe vera cucumber, we have avocado, we have papaya kiwi. These are the things which will.
1250 में you say you provide gold flakes. तो हम तो गोल्ड छोड़ते नहीं है और आप फिर हमको नहाने में बहा देने का गोल्ड.
तो क्या हो गया उसमें? You should feel good about yourself. Like,
क्या हो गया? You are asking a guy who's going to spend the money कि क्या हो गया?
so if it is giving you the benefit, it is not the first one.
Okay, yeah. The whole idea that I was putting this question across is what is the benefit?
Bit of the gold. Yeah, okay. So gold soap, the 24 karat soap is being specifically designed for the people about 35, 36 years, who deals with those pigmentation, those freckles and skin burns and everything. It is specifically designed for them क्योंकि उसके अंदर saffron भी जाता है एंड उस वो आलमंड मिल्क से बनता है. तो वो जो सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स का जो एक मिक्सचर रेडी होता है विच इज़ वेरी गुड फॉर योर स्किन फील्स रिजुविनेटेड. धीरे धीरे वो पिगमेंटेशंस हटते हैं. यू आर इजीली एबल टू नोटिस कि ओके आई एम फीलिंग गुड अबाउट इट, माय स्किन इज शाइनिंग, माय स्किन इज वो प्रॉब्लम्स हट रहे हैं उसके धीरे धीरे. सेम इज विथ द क्लियोपेट्रा सोप. इट इज डिजाइन फॉर द रिंकल्स, जो रिंकल्स हमको आफ्टर 35 विच इज बेसिकली वो जो रिंकल्स होता है विच मेक्स योर स्किन लूज. तो वो उसका काम करते हैं टू टाइटन अप योर स्किन, टू फील गुड, टू मेक योर स्किन मच बेटर, टू एक्सफोलिएट योर स्किन. Yeah, this is why they are expensive and why we decided to incorporate those things into us, the soap. Yeah.
So knowing the reason behind that makes it easier for me to go out and buy and try.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yes. So and how about this trying to take it to the international?
We are planning. Within next 2 years, we are planning to take it to USA, UK, and Canada, and of course Gulf. Gulf has a very big market. They are very fond of those handmade things. They like it. When I went to Dubai, I saw those people, going crazy for those stuffs. Even local stores, maybe you get cold processed soaps. they love buying it. They love to pamper themselves. So 24 karat gold का idea मुझे वहां से आया था, to be very precise. I saw one of their soaps and it was made up of 24 karat gold and camel milk, ऐसा कुछ था. तो
So Japanese also, they enjoy also. They enjoy. So you can also.
yeah, Japanese also. Because they love, they are more inclined towards natural raw kind of thing. They believe in that natural things rather than those plastic things or chemical things.
So with being in this exclusive market segment that you are into, and then getting a president award, being young, and everything, I'm sure you must be quite active on social media.
Oh yeah, I have to be, because again, as I said, you represent your brand. Your brand should create a story. Your brand should reflect yourself. But with that, what happened is that my Instagram suddenly boosted and I got around 47,000 followers.
Sorry, please come once again. 40
47,000 followers on Instagram.
in how much time?
To be precisely, वैसे all over journey तो 2 साल, लेकिन boost ज़्यादा हुआ from October, the minute I got the president award. Yeah, it boosted.
Acha. So about 5 months and 47,000.
Yeah, उससे पहले थे, but ये shoot ज़्यादा उसकी वजह से हो गया. Yeah.
So you become a celebrity.
No, I do not like to call myself a celebrity. It's a very. I'm not someone who people wants to celebrate. Like I'm one of those persons जिसके साथ you do not want to celebrate. Please stay away from our celebrations. I'm not one of those. But yeah, Instagram helps you. Social media helps you. But it also has its pros and cons. You have to be very skillful, very mindful before using that tool. It can break you or make you wali baat hai. Yeah.
So how much time do you spend on R&D of your products and innovation of your packaging and all that?
It's an everyday process. R&D तो कैसा होता है, चलता ही रहता है, something or the other, something or the other. जैसे packaging का, I said I want to rebrand now because of the target हो रहा है, niche बढ़ रहा है, सब कुछ बढ़ रहा है, धीरे धीरे people are talking and everything is going on. तो अब मुझे थोड़ा पैकेजिंग पे भी मैं काम कर रही हूँ. आई डू इट बाय माई ओन. आई स्क्रॉल थ्रू इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, गूगल, सब कुछ है आजकल तो.
Okay. So any activity for the coming festival?
Yeah, we have 3-4 good launches coming. So in this month there would be palash flower. You know what a kesuda flower we call it in Gujarat, and also called as forest flowers, fire forest flowers. उसका सोप बन के रेडी हो चुका है, उसकी फोटोग्राफी बाकी है. तो इट वुड बी लॉन्च्ड इन मे. इट्स स्पेसिफिकली लिमिटेड एडिशन है क्योंकि यू डू नॉट गेट केसुडा 24 या 12 months. तो इट्स अ limited edition soap that would be launched in May, second week के आसपास. And then on we are also planning के 10th June को हम 2 years complete कर रहे हैं. So we are also thinking to launch something again, a specific limited time edition. But that's still an R&D उस टाइम पे क्या करना है. But 13 July को we are launching a limited edition of CEO, designed by CEO. That's me. Yeah, it's और हम एक कंपनी के साथ टाई अप कर रहे हैं. They are into coffee. So उनका बर्थडे भी 13 जुलाई को है. So it would be a limited edition CEO.
So two CEOs getting together to launch.
Specific. It would be a sort of an hamper thing. जिसमें सोप होगा, 2-3 चीजें और होगी, and the coffee would be there, so it would be a hamper sort of a thing. But
So you're targeting the coming August festivals as well as Diwali.
August में there is a Raksha Bandhan, so we're making hampers for Raksha Bandhan itself, gifting hampers, and then there is Diwali. We are also tying up with corporates and everything. Because Diwali is a huge time and now people are diverting themselves. Those sweets and namkeen are no more in trend. They are not. They want to give something which is sustainable, which looks good, which feels good वाली vibe आते हैं उसको देख के, थोड़ा luxury लगे. So yeah, Diwali is also coming for.
And then flying off to west for Christmas.
Christmas is also there. Yeah, I will not be flying, but yeah, we are creating Christmas hampers also. If thing goes well, then of course we can go to the states itself, United States, and we can do that. Yes, yeah, these are the things.
So, very personal question in the sense that it is related to business only. What is your vision about Nira Naturals in the next 2 to 5 years? Where do you see?
So 5 years would be, it would be an international brand to be sure. It's like to be sure shot international तो हम चले ही जाएंगे. And यही handmade bathing luxury. We are India's first handmade bathing luxury. We would love to be that. उसी segment को पकड़ के, but there of course there would be R&D. There would be some other products which would be launched. So it would be a proper launched line जो handmade में ही होंगी. उसके अंदर बहुत सी चीजें आ जाएंगी. And we would be doing it in that only. But of course, our USP would be our soaps. बाकी सब तो कैसा होता है कि you do it because you need to survive in market from one perspective to another. So that would be the thing. We would be doing it on an international level. We will also be thinking के local stores में मिलना शुरू हो जाए. For example, Nykaa stores हो जाते हैं या luxury stores हो जाते हैं. और you can also say home decor के जो होते हैं वहाँ पे भी they keep such things. So possibly pan India हम जितने भी ऐसे stores होंगे वहाँ पे available होना we are trying के हम available होना शुरू हो जाए. Let's see how it goes. Time folds everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. So my team was telling me that you also do modeling.
Oh, I don't do.
Ah, come on. They showed me some photographs about you. I have undertaken some modeling assignments, and that's why I said that now you have become a celebrity.
No. So the thing was for the brand which I shooted was of my friend's brand, and she insisted me that please do it. So I agreed कि यार friend को मना नहीं कर सकते. And anyway, I am also a startup, so I know one help is very important for us. So I'm not a model, but yeah, due to that, I get excessive, again emails and DMs that can we have a product shoot or shoot with you. But I'm like, no, this is not me.
So, work-life balance. Today's scenario is that everybody talks about it. How do you do that, and how do you manage it?
Okay, so you cannot work 24/7. We are human in bodies. We are emotional peoples, right? You need to give time to yourself, and for that you need to plan. कि आज मैं ये कर रही हूँ. I have to do this. I have to do that. आज के दिन में इतना काम खत्म करना है. And then I have a spare time, me time. So me time निकालना बहुत important होता है खुद के लाइफ में. Apart from your family and work. वो तो आपको ही बैलेंस करके निकालना पड़ता है. What I try to do is sometimes hectic schedule होता है तो भी I take out at least 10 minutes for me कि I need to because I need to recharge myself. I also go on solo trips जब ऐसा लगता है कि it's too much and I need to charge myself or need a balance. I take solo trips. And work life balance में ये important होता है कि you do not mix your work and your family. Don't do that. वो सब बोलते हैं बट अब मुझे रियलाइज हो रहा है why they used to say that do not mix your personal and professional life. उसको बहुत अलग रखो. हाँ impact हो सकता है पर इतना भी नहीं कि you come out of very furious. And of course as I said I'm a Krishna conscious person
So ये mental energy वहाँ से आती है, Krishna conscious.
yes वहाँ से आ जाती है. Because of as I said I give myself time then I overthink, I overanalyze, I overread. तो वहाँ से आ जाती है. It's very important. Actually it's a everyday process. It's not एक ही दिन करके आप नहीं छोड़ सकते उसको.
कुछ failures या setbacks आए हैं?
हाँ, of course I'm also.
How did you overcome those? Or how do you?
I allowed. Okay, the fact that you have to accept your failures. I accepted my failures. I was talking about my business only. There was a time when I thought कि यार इसको छोड़ देना पड़ेगा और मे बी शायद इसको छोड़ के मुझे मेरा जॉब वापस शुरू करना पड़ेगा. Yeah, but I was okay कि ठीक है. You have to do one way or the either way. But acceptance of your failure is the most important thing. और फिर never say never. Like गिर गए तो खड़े होके वापस चलना शुरू कर दो. Nobody is gonna come and snatch you or hold you. वो सब मूवीज में होता है. ऐसा रियलिटी में नहीं होता है. You have to accept the reality as fast as possible. वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. नहीं तो you create a bubble around you. And that bubble will start impacting you in a very toxic way. वो हमको realize नहीं होता. Yeah.
So how do these three females come together and then handle the business? How do you day-to-day operations में काफी सारे issues, discussions. So how do you आप लोग कैसे इसको sort out करते हैं? One being in factory, one being in procurement, and the third one being outside.
We keep on talking, we keep on communicating, and if there is anything तो एक जन दूसरे को बोल देगा कि यार this is not the thing, this is not what I wanted, or this is not what I expected. तो वो होता रहता है. And it's honestly it's me who takes the decisions कि ये चीज़ आगे जाएगी, ये चीज़ आगे नहीं जाएगी, या इस चीज़ का setback, and then we together come around and we discuss कि इसको किस तरीके से आगे जाना चाहिए या नहीं जाना चाहिए, या हमको इसको स्टॉप करने की ज़रूरत है फिलहाल. But communication, you have to keep on communicating. Of course, when a mother and daughter is working, तो झगड़े भी होते हैं. बहुत बार होते हैं because of their old thought process and my young thought process. Then we have to take a bitch ka solution out of it. And sometimes we don't even do. Sometimes we leave that thing and then we start working on the sleep over it. It's necessary to let it go. Yeah, that's how we do, pretty much.
Tell me, who from the non-competitive field, if you have to name three people who really inspired you a lot. I don't want those big, very big names, from the ordinary.
Yeah, from the very ordinary setup. One is Sagar Mehta. He's a founder of non-drug उनका कुछ है. Let me recall the name. High on Life Foundation, which is like say no to drugs. And he's a very good friend of mine. So I was on my depression phase, so he helped me a lot to overcome it. And he's such an inspirational guy. उनका एक रिसोर्ट भी है यहाँ वीजापुर के आगे 90 kilometers from Ahmedabad. He's a very wonderful guy, a very thoughtful guy. Okay, second is जो Instagram पे ये मॉडलिंग वाले फोटोज आप देखते हो, उनका नाम है कवन सोलंकी. Is an ace photographer. I met him 6-7 months ago, but he is a very wonderful person, very wonderful person. He keeps me boosting. Okay, you don't fall down. થઈ જશે, go ahead. And the third one, I don't know them personally, but we have all heard the name of Patan Patola. So there's only one family who makes it now, Savli or Salvi family from Patan. And it's an heritage thing. 700-800 साल से चल रहा है, वो एक ही फैमिली की लेगेसी आगे बढ़ा रहे. So they are inspiration. They do not come out publicly, but their works come out, and it's an exceptional thing. So yeah, these three of them has inspired.
So would you get them on our?
Of course, I can try with two of them, Kavan and Sagar. I'll definitely.
Because they will be an inspiration to our.
100%, yeah.
So it's a pleasure talking to you. And then one last thing, which our viewers always want, that आपके podcast पे जो भी guest आता है उसको ये पूछेगा scoop. Scoop is success code of ordinary people. तो ordinary हैं आपने extraordinary journey के ऊपर जाने का सोचा और travel कर रही हैं उसके ऊपर. तो आपका success code क्या है? People want to know that. What is your success code?
So first, as I'm constantly talking about, is patience. Have a patience. सर पे बर्फ रख दो, भूल जाओ. द 900-day rule, 900 दिन तक कुछ भी प्रॉफिट नहीं होने वाला है, भूल जाओ एंड वो उसको लेके आगे बढ़ो. सेकेंड इज नेवर से नेवर. मुझे ये नहीं आता, वो बोलना ही नहीं है. नहीं आता तो भी जस्ट से यस. घर पे जाके थोड़ा रिसर्च करो तो तुमको एक बेसिक आइडिया तो आ ही जाने वाला. ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट इंजीनियर्स और डॉक्टर्स, बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इन रियलिटी वाली छोटी छोटी जो चीज़ें होती है कि मुझे ये नहीं आता, ये तो बोलना ही नहीं है, वो कर लेना है. एंड द थर्ड वन इज स्टॉप यूजिंग सोशल मीडिया, नॉट इन अ बैड वे, बट वहाँ पे जाके अपने आप को कंपेयर करना बंद कर दो. वॉट यू सी, यू डोंट नो वॉट इज द बैक स्टोरी ऑफ इट. वो बहुत अलग होती है. प्रेजेंट करने के लिए सब लोग बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं, बट nobody talks about what is behind going on. Yeah, this 2-3, and the fourth one, which is like out of the box, is be spiritual. Most important, be spiritual.
I think they should go number one.
It's a top. उसके बाद this category is decide. Be spiritual. It will open your mind, it will open your consciousness, subconsciousness, your intuitions, and work on it. It's an everyday process. उसको करते रहो, and ultimately you will see कि why it was necessary कि पहले से शुरू कर दो. We often think कि spirituality and all तो 50s के बाद 60s के बाद. No, it's an early stage process. उसको आगे लेके जाओ.
So एक जगह हमने कहीं रोक के you were talking about your brother, and then we stopped, and then said I'll just. So how do you think you would pull him in?
I don't know if he wants to come. It's just call. I cannot pull anyone. I don't believe in pulling anyone. If you want to work with me, then my arms are open. You're my brother. You're my little brother. Why would I say no? But then he is one of those person के उसको कैसा है कि firstly he is not inclined towards India. Like he is like I want to go outside and he went.
ठीक है ना, एक्सपोर्ट ले देख लेंगे.
तो I said him कि यार अभी तुम अपना जो भी करना है करो. Once I am at that level, me and mom and हम short हो जाएंगे कि भाई now it's the time we bang on to the overseas. Then you have to help us to get there. Of course, one of us was.
Why don't you put him on a challenge mode? तब हम देखेंगे, अगर कोई हमें अच्छी एजेंसी मिली तो हम उसको दे देंगे.
As I said, I do not say anything to anyone. Like I keep myself very calm, very composed. Because when I started this journey, many people were like, "साबुन बनाओगे उससे क्या होता है? Why you want to make this? Who does this? Nobody is gonna buy it. Nobody is gonna know it." And then eventually, now those all people are coming and talking.
So how tough is the journey for a female?
Very tough. Very tough. We have to manage our house, whether you're married or not married. तुम थोड़ा भी लेट होते हो तो क्वेश्चंस फ्लोज अप बट टचवुड आई वाज वन ऑफ दोस फैमिली के जिनको ये सब पूछना नहीं पड़ता था बट अगेन वो नहीं पूछेंगे तो दोस आजू बाजू के लोग दे कॉन्स्टेंटली हैव दिस हैबिट ऑफ पोकिंग यू एंड योर फैमिली विच इज गोइंग ऑन एंड व्हाट आल्सो हैपेंस इज फॉर फीमेल्स कि उनको आप डिग्रेड नहीं कर सकते ना तब यू इजीली गो इनटू देयर पर्सनल स्टफ्स तुम पर्सनल अटैक करना शुरू कर देते हो पहले बुरा लगता था बट नाउ व्हेन यू डोंट रिस्पॉन्ड टू दोस पर्सनल अटैक्स दे ऑटोमेटिकली शट देयर माउथ.
Last question. Any idea of taking up law as a profession?
We'll see to it. अभी फिलहाल तो
Cross the bridge when it comes to.
why to think that way कि क्यों ही करना है
नहीं, मैं तो just जान रहा हूँ.
और देखते हैं. I do help my grandfather. He's a senior lawyer. I do help them. But
डर नहीं लगता कोर्ट वगैरह में जाने में, criminals.
from a very बच्चा like those things were very normal to us. Talking to the officers or police officers and talking to them loudly also was very normal to us, so we will never had that fear of anything. Yeah, but let's see. Law is a very I would love to, but dekhte hain abhi filhal this thing needs me to baat.
So Lajja ji, all the very best to you and your business, and enjoyed talking to you. I'm sure our viewers will get a lot of insights from this talk, and they will also start taking this their own journey. So we'll put your website details.
Definitely.
And would you be available for them if at all somebody is interested for you to mentor them?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So friends, she is agreed to mentor you. If at all you ever look forward to, you can approach her. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.